Hey guys, I just wanted you to know we're okay. I'm drinking a cup of coffee. My wife's right behind me filming. Should be on the video, but she don't like to be on these things. But she really loves a good cup of coffee with me. So I wanted to ask a few questions that the staff has been getting. Do Mike and Stephanie have COVID? Well, yes, we do. I tested positive Monday morning, and that was from symptoms that started on Friday night. Stephanie was in North Carolina all last week, and I left for North Carolina on Thursday of last week, symptom-free. But Friday night, I had some symptoms start, and then Monday morning, I tested positive. So I went to the doctor, and he gave me some shots and got some medicine in me. Stephanie and I both are doing quite an aggressive regimen to jump on it and get it treated, and we have a mild case of it. Should I go to the doctor? That's one of the questions that's been asked. If you have any kind of symptoms, I would recommend it. It started with just a slight headache and a little sinus type infection, cough. If you have any kind of symptoms, call your doctors. It's just we're not going to be able to escape the ramping up of cases in Giles County, and maybe perhaps even in our church family. But you just be proactive in any kind of symptoms. Just take them serious and get to your doctor. Does anyone else have it? To my knowledge, only 3 families are currently affected in our whole church family. 3 families are in quarantine, us and 2 others. And that number's low, I think, primarily because of the tireless efforts of a powerful team of people that we have at Riverview that just care. They wipe down all the frequently touched surfaces, the pews, the bathrooms. They've been doing that since March, since before I arrived. I showed up and they were already this team of people that are just very passionate about taking care of the physical needs of our people. And on top of that, many of you are taking advantage of the online option and not coming. If you're at risk, I strongly encourage you to do the online option for the remainder of the fall season. And as COVID kind of ramps up in the next few weeks, we have the mask only overflow room. We have the social distancing. We want to encourage you to take this serious, and I know some of you are taking it very serious, and I know others of us have been lackluster at times in regards to how serious it is, but we owe it to everybody involved to take it serious. And we don't want to be a stumbling block, either to the lost or to the saved in our community. We don't want to be a stumbling block, whether it comes to getting the sickness, or even if they don't get the sickness. But I know of a guy who had to miss work because his wife tested positive, and he had to wait her 10 days out, then his 14 days. And so it's just a lot of ways it impacts people. And so we just don't want to be a stumbling block. We want to keep that number as low as possible. Now we know we're not, it's going to run its course and it's going to do its thing. But we want to try to keep the numbers as low as possible in Giles County and surrounding areas and in our church family. So we're going to make just a few simple changes. We're going to continue to do the 2 worship services, same times, 8:45 and 11 for an hour long. We're going to have a big gap in between. We're not going to do Sunday school for the next 2 weeks and see how that goes with the cases in our area and all that type stuff. The Sunday school is a little bit more difficult to maintain social distancing, and so we're going to do Zoom only Sunday schools. And if your Sunday school teacher doesn't know how to do a Zoom, tell them to talk to James and he can set them up to do a Zoom call, or just not have the meetings for a few weeks and maybe just a phone call, text each other, pray for one another, that type thing. We're also going to reduce by 20% the max capacity that we allow in the worship services that the government allows. So they have a max capacity of 250 or less. We're going to cut that down to 200 or less in our 2 services, and so that we can socially distance better as we sit. We're going to strongly encourage you to wear your masks once you get into the building, into your seats, whether you're sitting in an overflow or whether you're sitting in a worship service. Just wear your mask, and I'm guilty of not doing that, and I'm paying the consequences. It's not going to be there for the next 2 Sundays. So please wear your masks when appropriate, and remember, no Sunday school for the next 2 weeks, and then we'll revisit it at the end of that time period and perhaps get back to normal. The Sunday night, Wednesday night services will still continue to go on as they have been. In the prayer service and Pastor Ward's class with the social distancing, We need to maintain those things in Awana that's kind of going on already as it is with the smaller sizes of gatherings. And so a lot of good things going on. We want to continue to worship the Lord, and we want to continue to make a difference. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. We're in a war, and we're in a real war. We're in a physical war with this thing, COVID. Far more deadly than the COVID is the spiritual war that we're in, and people are dying and going to hell. And there's an attack on the gospel going out. And so don't yield to this, but we don't give in by saying, well, I'll go to church then if that's what they're doing. No, we're going to take the gospel outside the walls of the church. So this Thanksgiving get together, the next few weeks, as you maybe don't come to church, do something proactive to get the gospel out to a lost and dying world, because we are in a war and we know we're on the winning side. We just want more people to be on the winning side with us. So do what you can to share the gospel of Jesus Christ now more than ever at Thanksgiving and in the Christmas season. People are hungry for hope. Give them Jesus. Not just a Thanksgiving meal, not just a, well, I'm going to go to church no matter what. Give them Jesus. That's what they need the most. Hey, I appreciate you loving us. Stephanie and I are blown away at your goodness to us. We are grateful that we're here, and we love you. Never, ever forget you are loved.